Good morning, it's Linda again. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day out there. We had a little cold spell here in Kentucky, but now I think that we've got another spring day today. My favorite time of the year, springtime and fall. The other seasons I can do without. But I have come today to share this beautiful journal with you today. She's a 6x9 hardcover. All the information will be on the Etsy site sometimes today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. Sometimes we just can't get them loaded on YouTube. So, and I don't want to go on Etsy without doing YouTube first. But anyway, I spent a lot of time on this one. And like I said, I watch Mrs. Cog all the time, and I love her little buttons, and occasionally I use the buttons also. And this one is called Botanical Sari Silk, because she is loaded with all of the different special sari silks that you're going to see here on the front and throughout. She has a cloth fabric, a batik fabric, a really fun fabric, all the way, and you can see how much fun it is. It's really a muted, but like you can see a butterfly here and some plants, and it really fit the botanical theme totally. So I put it together, and she has the bronze corner guards from Tim Holtz, and she has this beautiful pink flower here on this crackled paper, vintage looking, very vintage looking. And then the buttons, like I said, thank you, Mrs. Cog. It's just beautiful to have something like this to play with. And then these crocheted flowers here, and then the spine is a hidden spine, and you can't see any binding. And then on the back, corner guards again, the bronze corner guards, and then 3 more little flowers. Now there's a lot of sewing in this journal. She's quite chunky. And then here's some ribbons and sari silks here at the top on the tags. So let's open her up. And as you know, I'll just say it up here at the front. There's a lot of cardstock. There is a lot of sewing here, and coffee stain papers. And this is from a paper pack that I had purchased online. And so it's not from an Etsy store. So let's open her up, and you're going to see Edith Holden papers, and this is an Edith Holden envelope, and it's got Velcro here. And then whenever you open up inside, you've got this gorgeous lace here. And let me open it up inside. I'll do one. But I've got these little journals. They're not little. They're 4 inches by 7.5 inches, and they're hand sewn. You can see the sewing down the side here. This is watercolor paper on the outside, and a little decoupaging here. And then if you open it up, this one happens to be all coffee stain papers, but each one of them is different, that you can maybe drop in your purse, and they all have quite a few little pages in there, as much as I could get. I left all the strings, and if you don't like the strings, you can cut them, but I didn't know what to do with that. And the Edith Holden envelopes that are throughout are full size, and they have the fussy cut cutting here. They've all been edged with vintage photo, and then you have this beautiful lace trim. And then now we can start into the little cotton lace here, and this is a little tuck spot, a little pink brick, and then you can journal here inside there. I just put these clips there where they don't slide around in the tuck spots. But look at how pretty this paper is. Let me get this straight. How pretty and soft and feminine and vintage looking this paper is. I just loved it. I can't remember who it's by, but it comes in a big 12 by 12 paper pack. And you can see she's been covered inside totally, also with the same fabric as the outside. A lot of washi tape, a lot of stamping, a lot, like I said, sewing. And then here's one of the little tags that came with the paper pack. And she's got this, it's sari silk, but it's the sari silk that has all these little eyelash trims on it. And I reinforced the holes with these little ring guards there. Then you have another big pocket. I did quite a bit of an ephemera in this one. It's a nice big pocket that's been sewn, and you have a little journaling cards that I've sewed together on the machine. And then you have the lines on this side, and then you have this beautiful Love and Joy with the dragonfly and the crackle paper. And then this is watercolor. That's 4 by 7.5 or 7 1/4, one or the other. That's been sewn, that you can fold, or you can leave it just like this and journal on both sides. Did a lot of smooshing, that I call, just to cut down on the white throughout. And then this beautiful stamp again. Edith Holden page with some sewing. So that's the last time I'm going to say some sewing. You're going to be able to see all of the sewing that I did throughout. Line paper with some stenciling. This is parchment paper that's been torn. And this is an envelope that was attached like that you can put something in, that I sewed here. And then it's been decoupaged on the other side, pardon me, to give it some interest. You have your graph paper. This beautiful Tim Holtz, his new washi tape is floral. And this is this beautiful heavy cardstock that's got the gold, and then some sari silk here. And then inside you have these butterflies that have some sequins, some glittery butterflies. And another one of these large watercolor cardstocks. Some fabric, and here's another one of the pages out of the pack. Edith Holden envelope. A beautiful little journaling spot. Large pockets throughout. And this is a sprayed doily that I folded and decoupaged there, and then I have the washi tape at the bottom. But another one of these gorgeous cards that come with the pack. Every time you see one of these, it's going to be that 4 by 7 1/4 or 7 1/2 watercolor paper. And that beautiful butterfly here, and then some stamping, more stamping just to break up the white. Now on my machine I did play around with all my stitches, different stitches that come on it, and I used several different ones throughout. Parchment paper. line paper, fussy cutted, Edith Holden page, another big pocket that has the stamp and the smooshing. All this is the Distress Oxide ink pads. Then you have your ledger paper, your pink ledger paper underneath. Stamping. Here's some of that paper. You can just see how gorgeous it is, and it has such a nice feel to it when you run your hands over it. Book page, an old vintage looking ledger paper that's been coffee stained. Some grayish blue ledger paper. This journal is just loaded with all kinds of goodies. Look at that butterfly. And then another tag that beauty is in the little things is what's printed on there. And it has that same blue sari silk ribbon. Then you have the large lined on this side and that side. And then you can journal on all four sides. This is another new sari silk that I purchased here. And then you have the special cut edges on both of these sheets. And then this beautiful, fun, reminds me of the hippie era washi tape. And then more of the paper. See what we got here. There's another envelope that's clipped on. And then I just decoupaged this on there, and you can also use that as a pocket. It is open at the top or not. Another fun washi tape underneath that. All of my clips are the plastic colored coated, which are fun colors. Most of them in here I use the greens because this is a botanical journal. More of that lovely paper from the pack. An Edith Holden envelope. Sari silk. This really cute journaling folder. And this is a piece of that new printed sari silk. It's very thin and delicate. But it's got all these little floral designs on it. More fun washi tape. Another big pocket. This beautiful stamping right here, stamping. And then this is another ledger paper. This is from Screech Owl Studios. The other one that I cut down to fit in here. It's 4 by 7 1/4. lined on two sides and blank on the other two. And then here is more of that beautiful, you can get a closer look of the sari silk that is on the front cover. Just look at those pages. I mean, they just really stand out. And it's really nice, heavy cardstock. More sari silk on an Edith Holden page. Another tag with a baby pink ribbon. And here is the leading page. In that pack was these butterflies that have some glitter on them. An Edith Holden envelope from her pages that I've made into an envelope. They like that saying, beauty is in the little things. You know, the here, I think you can see some of the glitter. A lot of ephemera. Every one of these has a different stitch on it. I was trying out my stitches selections. Some really neat washi tape here. Another pocket with a little sewn journal. Another tag with baby pink ribbon at the top. More of that floral sari silk. Edith Holden. This is really a chunky, fun junk journal. And quite botanical. And then you got roses embedded in the pink brick here. And then this one you have another journal that I made, a handmade little journal that was sewn using some of the cardstock throughout. Isn't that cute? I mean, it is. You can just take this out and use it for a week or so. And she's right down in here in this envelope. I loved using Edith Holden book pages for these envelopes in this one. It just made it really special. And then here is another little rose in Garden Love. So these are the pink roses. Look at the stitching on this one. Can you? There, maybe. Really different. It's like an embroidery stitch. Another coffee stained envelope with a little card in it. And it's got a little stamp of that little wheat on the front. Another tag, a little cute tag with the blue sari silk line page with washi tape. And here, let me tell you the story on this page. It got left out whenever I bound the journal together. And so instead of just putting it back on my desk, I folded it up. It's coffee stain, full sheet of paper that's been scissor cut on the edge there. And I just folded it up and put it in this pocket. And you can use it, whoever purchases this journal can use it any way that they wish. Sari silk, Edith Holden. And then here is another large page, line page from Screech Owl Studio. So as you see, you have, and look at that, that is just gorgeous. You have so many places that you can journal on. And then this is the back envelope, Edith Holden envelope with this gorgeous lace on it. And then it's Velcroed. The one in the front and the back is Velcroed. And then you just take out this big journal that I made that is sewn on the machine. So I mean, so many of this type of thing that's in here for you to enjoy and use. So you're really getting a lot, and I love the Velcro, a lot of pizzazz in this one, and the gorgeous rose and how vivid the pink colors are throughout. And so all of the information, but she is 6x9. She is a hardcover. That is that masonite wood that Nick the Booksmith had us use in her class that she gave, that you can purchase to take the class through, which I did naturally. And here's all of the string that you can see, the sewing that took place, which is really a new step for me. So you see, I mean, it's just all over the place, and if you don't like it, you can cut it off. But evidently a lot of the journal makers leave the strings hanging, so did I then. So thank you so much for watching, and if you hadn't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe today. The button's just right down there. I think this finger or this finger, I don't know which one it is, but it's down there, and I would really appreciate it if you would do that to help me grow my site. And I do thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.